Hi everybody, welcome, croeso, as we say in Welsh, croeso cynnes, warm welcome to our international little gathering. The famous trio from England, Meg and Ricky Hutchinson and Sergio Perello. How are you guys? Are you okay there?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Yeah, brilliant.
I'm going to start with you, Sergio, because a huge congratulations. Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you.
To be the supreme champion in the national. Have you come down from cloud nine, or are you still partying and celebrating, Serge? It's just not you celebrating, because Ricky, you've made it. You're in the team, which is amazing. And of course, the brace champion as well. I'm not going to list how many times you've been a champion brace winner, because there's quite a few, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a few times, yeah. I enjoy the brace class.
Meg's doing it for the girls. Meg's putting us on the map. Not just one dog in the team, Meg, but two. So that's an amazing, amazing feat.
It took a few days to sink in because you try so hard to get one in, so to get two in, it was a bit of a shock. But both the dogs, you know, they made me really proud. So that's all I could ask for.
You always make me giggle because I always think, oh, those three are having a laugh behind the scenes. I do bet you do have that. How did you all meet? You know, what's the story? Who's going to tell me?
Sergio's story is the outstanding story of probably the last 10 years in sheepdog trialing, really. A guy who was a meat delivery driver in Spain who saw some dogs work on TV once and sort of got slightly inspired, and it grew, and he met some other people in Spain, and before you know it, he left home in Spain to come and live with one person he knew in England, which was Tom Huddleston, who gave him a great opportunity to come and learn how to work dogs over here. And he came over here with little dog Jim, who was a puppy at the time, and I met him very closely after that point. And 6 years later, he's won the English national twice. It's pretty Hollywood, really. I just haven't decided who's going to play me in it yet in Hollywood yet. Yeah,
Probably somebody very
someone well buff. Yeah.
Meg and you. So, you know, how long have you been married? How did that happen then?
He was a vicar. He was a vicar in a church, and he said some things, and I said I do, and before you know it, oh, what for walking up with? Yeah, you fall into these things seriously. Yeah, no, we've been married for 2 years, just over. Yeah, I think it's been it's been marvelous. She tells me.
So, Meg, you know, as a woman, there's not many women trialists to begin with. You know, you're compared to the men, we've got to be honest, there's not that many. So, but when the girls do it, you don't have to it in style to have two dogs in the team. Was this something that you'd always dreamed of happening?
Yeah, I think so. When I was younger, I didn't want to run in the national because I didn't think my dogs were worthy of representing England. So it's taken me as a handler a few years to step up to that plate. And I have to say that being married to Ricky and having him coach and push me and challenge me has done me no end of good. But yeah, it's amazing. I mean, there are more and more women coming up through the ranks, but it is obviously still fairly dominated by men, especially at the top. You know, they are on the whole the better handlers. So it's nice to go in there and just not as just a woman, but as a handler as well that's been working at it for years. And I don't want to be seen any less because I'm female, but obviously I quite like to, at the same time, I like to be able to do it for the other females that aspire to do that as well. So it's kind of on double sides for me, really.
And Serge, you look very, very, very chuffed. I'm not surprised. You know, when you were doing the run,
Yeah.
How did that feel when you were doing that run in the national?
Well, like when we went on the run off, I said to Rick beforehand, I wanted to go first because I always feel that going first, you got a bit less pressure. You just go first, do your thing, and then the others have to beat your run. But then I got the third one, which is the one that I didn't want it. So I didn't know how it was going to go. When I finished my run, I felt, because I watched a bit of the other runs, I felt it was going to be close with one of the runs, but I didn't know exactly how it was going to go because I didn't really watch the run properly. But then when people tell you that they think you have it or whatever, you become a bit excited, but at the same time, you don't want to. I've been in the situation of thinking, you know, I'm not like national, but in trials, sometimes you think you're going to be first or whatever, and then it doesn't go your way. So I try to keep it calm and not not thinking too much ahead until the judges said. But when they said it, I was absolutely delighted. And like you showed all the pictures as well when we were the three of us, not just like we in the national, but then with Meg and Rick getting into the team, it was like the whole thing. I couldn't wish something because like being with your friends, and I ran the third day as well. So the previous day, seeing Meg doing it, and then I knew that Rick had a good run. It was going to be, and then like you showed the picture, like the perfect ending for the whole thing, apart from just winning it.
And Ricky, to be in the team again, but you've been there, you are a Supreme International Champion because, you've got that. Is there a pressure then if you've, had that? Do you feel pressure when it comes to another international then?
No, I don't think so, to be honest. Especially this year. Unfortunately, I lost my main dog last year. So it's just my young dog I've got him with. But he's pretty cool. Yeah, I think he if things go his way, he could be okay. Yeah, but no, I certainly don't feel any more pressure. No, I think I felt more pressure before I'd won it. You because it's kind of like been your life goal. So you try to get it, and then now, yeah, I don't think I feel any more pressure for having done it in the past anyway. But I just go and try and have fun in that. But
Ricky, running one dog, I think, is quite amazing. When I see people running a brace, it's just, for me, it's mesmerizing. What's it like for you?
I actually really enjoy running brace. I only run really at the national and one or two other small trials in the year. I actually find it slightly easier than singles because if you've got a well-trained pair of dogs, we've got a dog on each side holding the balance. So to hit the obstacles and to keep your line is actually slightly easier because you don't have to flank your dog from one side to the other and hope you get the timing right. So because the dog doing, a dog doing both sides. But the type of dog I run, which is a dog which has quite a lot of balance and maybe not overly flanky, they sort of really take to brace running. So I enjoy it. Yes, I do enjoy it. But it certainly, I don't sort of say it holds the same prestige as the singles. I always liken it really to tennis. So if Andy Murray wins the singles, it's a huge event and it's on the front and back pages. And if Jamie Murray wins the doubles, well, it's well done, Jamie. Crack on when's the US Open starting. And I would say that it's very sort of similar. So I really enjoy it, and I hope I really hope that many people try it because it is good fun. But yeah, I wouldn't. It certainly doesn't hold the same sort of prestige, and also that probably helps a little bit because there's not the same pressure when you win either because it doesn't just hold the same sort of prestige really.
In the next few weeks now, the three of you are going to be on the team. Just tell me a little bit about the two you're running, Meg.
I'm probably quite fortunate in that the older bitch in particular loves competing. She really, really thoroughly enjoys it. So she will be very much probably switched on and ready. The younger one is relatively inexperienced in comparison. We had a year out with COVID. She had a really successful nursery season, and then we just started to pick up and it stopped. So she's probably more laid back with regards to trialing. I'm very fortunate that their temperaments are incredible, so I can take them anywhere and they're not fazed by much. But work-wise, again, they're very different. If I could probably morph the two, they'd probably be my ideal dog. Their strengths and weaknesses are opposites, but they're very talented in their own way. I've got a good bond with both. I've had both from a very young age, so that kind of helps me. I think I know them really well. So we'll just do our best, really. That's all we can do.
Sergio, your dog as well.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about him.
So I've got Jim since he was 2 months old. He's done all this trip together with me. He's spent probably 6 years, obviously 7 on the van with me. he's traveled everywhere with me. In the dinghy with me. In the dinghy for a long time. And yeah, the good thing about both of us, the dog to me and me with the dog, we know quite well each other. We spent, like I say, the last 7 years probably having to spend like 2 months, without being with me, or the other way around. We've been all the time together. So Jimmy's always, like, over the years he's changed. Over the years, like, used to be a lot more fired on. Now we're still fired on, but he's more experienced. He's got more experience with the years of work and everything. So for good or for bad, I think I can expect like the same from him every time. Like for good or for bad, I know what I can expect from him, and I can say that I never felt he's let me down. Maybe I let him down, but I don't think he's really let me down. So we'll just go to the international as we are, as we've been doing, and we'll try as best as we always have done, and we'll see what happens. We'll definitely give it the best show we can.
And Ricky, tell me about, who's coming with you now over to Aberystwyth? Who are you bringing on your holidays to make the mark?
I'm bringing Meg and Sergio. Oh, dog. He's a little dog called Jonah. He's just 2.5 years old. He's off an old dog I had called Sweep.
Yeah.
He's the last puppy I actually had off him. So it's really nice that he's come forward. He was only a nursery dog this last year. So he's only young, but I quite like him. He's quite a nice little dog. So he's got a nice nature. I think he's got a really waggy tail.
Oh, we're really looking forward to having you here. And during the competition, after your runs, hopefully we'll have a little word just to see how things have gone. Okay, if I see you, in a really bad mood and swearing and throwing things about the place, shall I leave you or shall we still talk? What do you think?
No,
I would leave Meg well alone. Seriously, stand away. I always judge Meg's runs on how close I can get to her after she's run. It's like, oh, is a 1 meter run? I'm getting close, and sometimes she has 3 miles runs. I've gone in the car before she's walked off the course.
Well, listen, do you know what? I could talk to you for hours, so it's just been good to get to know you a little bit better. And I can't wait for you to come over in September. Not long to go. What team's going to make it this year? The Scottish, the English, the Welsh, or the Irish?
This year,
yes,
it's been my turn to be the English captain.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say anything less that the English team is gonna win it.
Yes.
Think positive. You can do it.
What I'm gonna do. We can definitely. I think.
Well, Sergio, Meg, and Ricky, you've said it now, right? You're the captain. The English team are going to win. If they do, Serge, I'll be there with a bottle of champagne waiting for you. Okay?
Sounds good.
And if not, you all can buy me a bottle of champagne. I'm being a cardigan.
That sounds like a good deal.
I'll be winning because I might have 3. Anyway, all the best. Safe journey. Keep safe, and we'll see you in the international. Good luck to you all. Thanks, guys.
Brilliant. Thank you.
See you soon.